what I want to talk about is just do not waste Carson's death. Remember the third option Matt talked about. He challenged us to become a better person, to grow and to mature from this tragedy. Carson, he was an incredible friend to us all, and he was an incredible brother to me. He always pushed me and challenged me and drove me to become a better person. And through sports, like I think we all know that he pretty much dominated that realm of his life. I was always behind him biking. Like I dread, at school we have to do these physical fitness tests, and I don't like doing the 1.5 mile timed run that we do, but he's been doing 10Ks since he was in like elementary school, the Capital 10K. And just within our family, he was a great brother. He knew me very well. He knew like what my tics were, and like he could tell when something was off, and he wasn't afraid to talk to me and try to see like if something was wrong, like what was going on. He wasn't scared to like reach out to people and talk to them and figure out what's going on in their life that might not be perfect, or even if something is awesome, he wanted to know. He loved people and he wanted to know people. He has such a wide spectrum of friends, and from all different, from adults to just little kids. He was friends with everyone, and from all over the country, and even friends all over the world. But as we're here today, we're all friends of Carson. We all loved him. He all loved all of us. So the way I see that is we're pretty much a family now. We're a family all brought together by Carson. Because of his life, we are all somehow connected. And it's not just everyone here. There's people that couldn't make it, and just people all over, that we are connected as a family. And he's touched us all in some way, whether he was a neighbor or like your best friend growing up, or maybe you played against him in tennis at some point in high school or something, or maybe you just kind of knew him and you kind of exchanged words, but you kind of looked up to him as a role model. For some reason, he touched you, and in some way he touched you, and that's why we're all here today. Now, like I charge this family that we've created because of Carson. I charge us to do what a family does, and to love each member of that family and to support each member of that family. And one way we can do that is remembering Carson and to never let Carson die. That's kind of the theme, is to just never let Carson die. He's in all of us somewhere. Some part of him is in us, and to just carry on with that part and to just never let it die. To kind of get a little more practical, like if you're out with your friends one night and something's not going right, or something might seem a little unsafe or dangerous, or there's a million scenarios. What I knew about Carson, I want to think of what a lot of y'all knew about Carson, is that he was one to act. He didn't just sit around and let the world happen around him and just kind of watch it fly by. He interacted with it, and he acted. He wasn't a passive person at all. And we can learn from Carson from that, and that as we live our lives, we need to act. We need to act in loving people. We need to act in protecting people. We're a family. You want to protect your family. And our family is not just this room. It extends everywhere. It's amazing to see everyone's circles and how they all kind of end up connecting. And so take whatever part of Carson you have and use it for some good. As my parents, they've been searching for this good that we have. Kind of just take a moment, find a quiet place, think about what Carson meant to you and what that was, and use it for some good. Take it and use it to honor him, to honor his life. Use it to thank him for loving you. And just use it to better yourself, to mature yourself, to grow from this experience. Everyone in this room thinks that this is a horrible, wasteful, tragic way for Carson to die. He was such a good kid, and to have him die this way, it just seems stupid and wasteful. I have these thoughts too, all the time. But that's what I think and what I feel. But something that I know for a fact is that Carson has given us the opportunity to do good. He's challenging us to accept a call to make our lives better and to make other people's lives better, using him as an example. Why would you ignore this challenge? Why would you ignore this call of Carson, this opportunity we have to take his amazing life and his tragic death and somehow connect those and create a good, why would you waste that opportunity? It's wasting what Carson was here for. It's wasting the love that he shared with all of us. It's wasting the friendship that you had with him. So many people have said to me, like, how could this happen to Carson? And like Callie said, this could happen to any of us. It's an example of, he was an incredible kid, and this could happen to all of us. Tomorrow, we could, this, that's what Matt was talking about. Tomorrow could be someone in here's last day. So think about, like, how would you change your life? How would you change your life because of Carson? I feel like in our time, at least with most of the young adults in this room, that we kind of have this idea of, like, we look at our parents and we look at, like, your parents and kind of where they are in life and like what they're doing in life, and that seems so far away, at least for us, like even for me. Like, I'm right now at school trying to decide what I want to do when I graduate in the Navy, and there's different options that range from 5 to 10 years of service, and that 10 years seems like an incredibly long time, but in reality it's really short. We're all pretty, like Matt said, our life is like a breath, and we need to realize this. And for us, I think there's a problem that we all think that we're invincible in some sense. I had a teacher here at Austin High. He was my economics teacher. His name was Mr. Colson. He's in a wheelchair. He got in a tragic motorcycle accident that paralyzed him from the waist down. And all the time during class, he would kind of throw in little snippets here and there about how he thought he was invincible. He thought, nothing could hurt him. He was 20-something years old, and he was like, young, strong, athletic guy. Nothing could touch him. And now he's paralyzed. Now Carson's gone. So this stuff happens. It's out there. We have a great community here. We have a great family. There's so much love and support everywhere. It still doesn't make us invincible. It's still, like, it's hard to see, like, when, I know for us, watching the news clips and they mention Carson's name and you hear it on TV, it's like, it's unreal that Carson's name is out there, or that one of our names could be on TV in this kind of situation. But it's very possible. And so I ask that we kind of wake up as a family and, like, as a community and just as a generation, that we wake up that we're not invincible, and that we are human and we can be hurt. We can be affected. Our actions do have consequences. And the consequences can be good and bad. And I ask that what we take from Carson's death is that we get the good consequences. When they're making that game time decision, that you think maybe half a second longer and you remember Carson, and you're like, wait, what would Carson do? And you think about it and you're like, okay. And you make the right choice, you make the good choice. And because I feel like for most of us, this is a large enough tragedy for us for at least a while, like, this is a real tragic, personal feelings that we're all having, and we don't need any more of that. Like, there's no reason that we should be here a month from now for some other 18-year-old. So let's just not let this happen again. I challenge all of you as parents to talk to your kids, bring your family closer together, have meals together, sit down and eat dinner every night. For kids in high school and in college out there, you are in the best situation possible to do good. There's so much in college and in high school that's happening that is exactly related to Carson's death, that we can stop, that we can have an influence in. And so, like I said, do not waste this opportunity. Do not let Carson's life just go out the window. Today we'll all leave here, and don't let this be the last time that you have these thoughts. Don't let this be the last time that you think about Carson. Just remember Carson, and don't let him die. Hold on to that part of him that you have in you, and just take it with you and use it to do good in your life and in the lives of people around you.